All right. So now, moving ahead and talking about this Aatmanirbhar Bharat mission, because the pandemic situation has made us all realize that how important it is to become Aatmanirbhar, especially for the schools. Those went closed, and now recently it has started working once again. Though we were having the virtual classes, but still there were many situations that one has to feel. So, what do you have to say on this Aatmanirbhar Bharat mission? And also how are your teammates and everyone is working towards this?
See, Atmanirbhar Bharat, first of all, it's a vision. It's a vision for the country, right? So, the rule number one, which says is if you are a citizen of a country, you should feel very proud of your country. You see, any developed nations of the world, you'll find the citizens very proud of their country, which is very very important. So first of all, as Indians, we all have to understand. We try to talk to our children also about this, students also, that you should be very proud of your country. So if you have that vision about your country and you're very proud about it, that nation will always prosper. Second, when you talk about Atmanirbhar, which means if you see our education system and whatever happened during Corona times, I'll tell you, my sister is in London. So, like what we did in our country was better than what was going on in London. So, when it came to internet facilities, when it comes to the technology, when it comes to AI, our teachers and children were doing a wonderful, wonderful job for it. So, we were certainly Atmanirbhar, undoubtedly. But I think we should go beyond Atmanirbhar. We should make the whole world nirbhar on us. That is the vision. I would really love if you all start working towards it. Because if you see our country so many years back, during Takshila times, people from all over the world would come to our country to learn and gain knowledge. And we were that good with imparting knowledge. I think we still are very capable. You see our teachers, the best teachers of the world. You go to Oxford, you go to Harvard, you'll find at least 30% teachers are Indians, which shows that we are highly capable. You go to any of these prestigious institutes, the scholarships which are picked up are all picked up by Indians. So it's not that the teachers are Indians, 30% of the students also studying there are Indians. I think we have lots of abilities and capabilities. If we really work upon it, we can give an education which is far too cheaper than Oxford, Harvard, and these Ivy League colleges. And we should bring our education to that level where people from all over the world, we are able to compete with these countries like and these prestigious Ivy colleges and universities. And when we come out with it, we are going to be so competitive with our rates. The way you see our satellites, they are very competitive with our rates. So we give a tough competition to the market all over for satellites. Similarly, there's a lot of scope for education. If we start working towards it, we could be the education hub of the world where we're able to give world class education to students all over the world at a very, very reasonable rates. That is the vision, and I would love to work for it.
Right, ma'am. So now, as you know, that this year India would be celebrating the 75th year of independence, which is famously known as Aazadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. So, what do you have to say on this, as in how far we have come, and what is your vision pertaining to this?
Undoubtedly, we have lots and lots of freedom in our country. And it is not just our country. If you see the whole world, and if you see the phase through which the world is going, especially because of technology, because of AI, again because of you see the world has the social media, the world has become a very small place. The connectivity has become very very strong. So the freedom which this generation has, why would I say generation? Any individual, whether it's an old person or a youngster or a student, the freedom they have now, we never had this freedom before. Like if somebody wants to study and wants the best teacher to tutor him, we have all the facilities of the world. So when you talk about the freedom which is actually there, the freedom is you can do whatever you want. Now the challenge is not going to be freedom, the challenge is going to be how are you going to use this freedom, because now that freedom is there in the hand of a child of a 3-year-old, also a 10-year-old, 50, 80, 90, and the freedom to do what you want through that, through the virtual platform is there. Now, the challenge is going to be the people who are able to handle this freedom, this freedom judiciously, they are going to be the ultimate winners. And when you talk about Azadi, I think we have got all the Azadi of the world which anybody would need. And we need to understand that psychologically also, there's a freedom which is there psychologically. If you have that psychology and you're using it in a right way, so we create our own platforms, we create our own things. So psychological freedom also is very important. If you make your own glass ceilings, then how can you overcome anything in the world? So psychological freedom also is important, and that psychological freedom is not given by anybody else. The key is not with anybody else, it is with you yourself. So if you're free psychologically and if you feel that, oh, I can do this very easily, this is, I want to do this, nobody can stop me from doing this, then actually you're in a world where you can easily do it. So I would again insist psychological freedom is for your own self. You have to be strong psychologically so that you use your time also judiciously and you use your freedom in a right way. And that is what is going to be the difference, like where you stand after 10 years.